kind of let them get some momentum? I guess just how big was?
Well, we're up 15-7, and we scored 2 out of 11 possessions. And it's like they scored 7 out of the same 11. So 2 out of 12, and they were 7 out of 12. And so it takes an 8-point lead, and all of a sudden we're down 5. We're down 25-20. And there's only 1 turnover in that stretch, and my guess is when I look at it, we got some pretty good shots. I remember Doug missing a good look inside. Josh had a little jump shot along the baseline that missed an 18-footer. So, you know, it wasn't like we were turning it over much. I think Ethan had a good look at the basket from 3 at that time. But, you know, we did a lot of good things today. Just not enough. We have to be more consistent on the defensive end of the floor. And we're not going to be the world's greatest rebounding team because of how we're made. But we better be pretty good fundamentally from a defensive standpoint. We're not going to go get them at the top of the square like Aiken can and Roberts can. We don't have that kind of athlete on our team. So we have to be fundamentally perfect, and at times we weren't this afternoon.
Can you speak to the atmosphere here?
Great atmosphere. I mean, it's a fun environment for a college basketball game. You know, a very respectful crowd that understands when their team needs a little boost, and you know, it's we look forward to continuing the series. Obviously, you know, I don't know, do they have a senior on their team? No. And Antoine Young's our only senior, so what you see is what you're going to get again next year. I think there'll be a heck of a game in Omaha.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about, I asked Coach Martelli about the impact that Ronald Roberts made in this game. Can you talk about what you thought his significance was in this game? And this year, have you matched up against an athlete similar to him from a frontline perspective?
If he doesn't want to start him, I'd love to have him at Creighton because we could find a spot for him. In watching the film, I think he's their most impactful frontline player because he does a little of everything. You know, he can drive it from the perimeter and finish. He scores over both shoulders. I just think he competes extremely hard. And he got some big offensive rebounds and big baskets at critical times. And then he's, you know, defensively, you're so worried about Aiken and what he can do with his shot blocking, but Roberts has just the same impact. He just does it in a different way. So I think he's going to be a fabulous player before it's all over. Just seeing the progress he made from when we played him a year ago in Omaha until today, from a selfish standpoint, I hope he doesn't make that same jump between this year and next year because he's got a chance to be a heck of a player.
Take 2 more questions.
Moving forward, focus this week on what are you going to focus on?
Well, number 1 is finals, so we're going to get out of here yet this afternoon and get home and get the guys get their mind shifted on their academics for a couple days. We won't get to practice for again until Tuesday, and it's been a tough stretch for us. You know, we've been ranked for a few weeks in a row here, and you know, I think being told how good you are, as crazy as it sounds, I think it takes a toll on you. And this is the first time that this group has had to deal with it, and those expectations when it's going on every day and everybody's patting you on the back, there's a learning curve there. And you know, I know that we'll learn from this loss, but it's not a bad loss. There aren't going to be a lot of teams that come in here and win this as an active basketball team.
You said you had trouble staying in front of Jones when he gets going. I mean, just you tried a lot of different guys.
He was shifty, and you know, Antoine's third foul really hurt us because we kind of got it back to even there, and then they made a run when we substituted, and then I was afraid to put Antoine right back on him with 11 minutes left in the game and risk getting his 4th, and he picked some of our other guys apart. But I was not displeased, and you know, I haven't watched the tape yet, but with Antoine's effort on him, I thought Antoine did a good job.